Guffers, I am James Ryan with Grown Up Fantasy Football. Guff. Today I am ranking the top 12 tight ends for Week 15. This is semifinals. 1 week away from the championship. Listen in to find out what tight end you need to play to get you to that next round and to get you to the championship to bring home that trophy. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing. We're available anywhere you listen to your podcast, and give us a follow on Twitter for any more fantasy advice you'd like to hear from us. Without further ado, let's get into it. My top 12 tight ends for Week 15. I'm going to go 1 to 12. I just feel like it's a little bit easier that way. Number 1 is, of course, Travis Kelce. He's playing New Orleans. Not much analysis to do here. He's by far the best and most consistent tight end in fantasy football. You play him every week. He produces every week. Keep playing him. Number 2, I have Darren Waller. He is playing the Los Angeles Chargers. He's really the only real receiving target on the team. Derek Carr targets him so much. You have to play him every week. He's really a wide receiver playing tight end for them, so keep rolling with him. Number 3, I have Gronkowski versus Atlanta. This is going to be a shootout, and Brady loves throwing to Gronk in the end zone. I think he scores a touchdown in this game. Atlanta gives up a ton of passing points. Keep rolling with Gronk. Number 4, I have TJ Hockenson versus Tennessee. He's been a surprise sleeper tight end for this year. He has a very high floor every week. He's been very consistent. You keep playing them. I mean, tight ends don't. There's not much. There's not much else out there. Keep going with Hawk. Number 5, I have Mark Andrews versus Jacksonville. This is probably Lamar's number 1 target on the team. Much like Darren Waller in Las Vegas, I think Lamar targets this guy more than anyone else. They don't pass a lot, the Ravens. I mean, they're clearly a run-first team from what we saw last Monday night, but Mark Andrews is still one of the best tight ends for fantasy this year. Number 6, I have Evan Engram versus Cleveland, and this is where it gets kind of nasty. You're just hoping this might be a good game for Evan Engram. Might get a touchdown. I like his chances more than the next 6 tight ends I list. He's still an athletic freak, very good, and the Giants are kind of coming on. So I would roll with Evan Engram. Number 7, I have Robert Tonyan versus Carolina. This is a great old offense. Aaron Rodgers is on fire. They always have the potential to score a touchdown. Robert Tonyan is one of those targets that Rodgers looks for in the end zone. So that's extremely valuable. I mean, tight ends don't get yards. It's really who gets the most touchdowns. And Robert Tonyan is one of those tight ends this year who've been a target for touchdowns. Number 8, Dallas Goedert. He's playing Arizona. He's been decent recently, and I think with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, that kind of hurts his value a little bit because it just seemed like Wentz loves to target his tight ends. But still, there's not much else out there. Dallas Goedert, I think, is a good play this week. Number 9, I have Jordan Reed versus Dallas. He had 5 targets last week. Didn't have a ton of yards, but still, 5 targets is a lot, especially for the tight end position, which there isn't a lot out there. I know I keep saying that, but it's tough. And as long as he doesn't get hurt, I think he could have a good game. There's no Deebo Samuels this week. I think that opens up for guys like Jordan Reed and Ayuk out there this week. Number 10, and this is where I said nasty before. This is where it gets disgusting. Logan Thomas versus Seattle. He has a good matchup, and Washington's going to have to score points. Alex Smith likes to check down a lot, so running backs and tight ends usually get the bulk of his targets. Logan Thomas has had some pretty good weeks these past few games. If you're hurting, he's not a bad option. Number 11, Hunter Henry versus Las Vegas. I think this is a pretty good matchup. It could be a high-scoring game. I mean, Vegas has the over-under at 52.5, so they are expecting kind of a high-scoring game here. So if they're scoring touchdowns, Hunter Henry is probably one of those guys Herbert's going to target in the end zone. So that's why I have Hunter Henry at 11. I think he could help you this week. Number 12, I have Eric Ebron versus Cincinnati. He's a good matchup. He's a very athletic tight end. This is a guy that was drafted in the first round. I mean, they draft these guys to score touchdowns. He's been around the league a lot. He's had some success in the past. He's been off and on this year, but he's been kind of giving you a safe floor these past few weeks and kind of consistent. So he's not a bad option to have at number 12. That's going to do it for today's video. Let us know in the comment section how you would rank the tight ends this week. I know it's tough. Tight ends are disgusting this year in fantasy football. There's only a handful that you can play. Even guys like Gesicki are out there getting hurt, bringing down your fantasy team. So I know it's tough, but these are my best 12 options. Let me know who you think you would have out there. So there's someone out there I didn't mention, feel free to ask me. I'd love to give you an answer, give you my honest thoughts. If you have any lineup questions, the boys at GUFF would be happy to answer down below in the comment section or on Twitter. But that's going to do it. Go subscribe, grow up, and get guffed.